say nothing you don't want the people to hear. We just went live. So don't say nothing you don't want the people to hear. Now just remember, we live. They gonna get a chance to hear it all. Yo, y'all like it when we go a little bit early, right? What up? We got our peoples in the house. I'm gonna get the camera off of me in a second. Don't you worry. Don't say nothing you don't want the people to hear, cause we live. What up, Atala? Everybody hit that like button. And y'all know y'all gotta call in. Y'all know that. Hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the super chat. We did $15 yesterday on the super chat. That is unheard of. Now I know it's Christmas. I know it is Christmas. But in the name of Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce, what? $15 for 2 hours? That's crazy. That has never happened in the history of me going live on YouTube. But nonetheless, I love you. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. All right. Attila, you ready for tonight's topic? Are you ready for tonight's guest? Wait, let me put her name in here. SPG. Zimmerman. Now, should I put PhD? What do I? LMFT. Boom. Done. Done. It's about to be lit. It's always good when she come through. Reggie, if you don't call, hey Reggie.
Hi, right.
Reggie, you be trying to wait to call in and fry up some salmon croquette. No, you got to call in early. Martin Muhammad, what up, brother? Reggie said, do your spouse's problems belong to you? Do you own their problems too? Ooh.
You're impacted by them for sure.
The lines be busy, Reggie, because you wait. Don't wait. Tapped in, what up? Y'all be waiting until like the 30-minute mark, the 45-minute mark, sometimes even the hour mark. Y'all wait until then, and then you try to call in, and then I got to give people the space to talk, but then if I'm giving them the space to talk, that means y'all got to wait on the line listening. Come on, call in early. Let's get it. Tapped in, what up? V Ness, peace, love, what up? We got 2 minutes. We on fire already. You better understand it. Yogi Fish, what up? Oh, my folks is in the house tonight. I see y'all coming in deep tonight.
You said it's going live so early.
Man, Robin wasn't on tonight. They played a replay and it was dark in here. I was like, what? Relationship Chattel is even crazier. Is it to be and not to know? Yeah. V Ness, get the super chat started before the show even goes. Do you know that $10 you gave us is a third of what we did yesterday? Thank you so much. We did $15 yesterday. You just hit us with 10 right now. Amazing. Thank you. Save a life, Mark. I love it.
Ooh, that's a pretty color.
So I'm urging everybody to call in. Wait, can you check your headphones?
These are.
These two?
Yeah.
That's you two.
Mm-hmm.
These two? This me.
Yeah.
Santa Claus be sending me sick folk when it's time to call. I understand. But when you call, boy, oh boy. Can you hear? Is it good? Okay. Made by Monty. What up? Here we go.
Thank you so much for the caller as well.
They already got your book in the chat. That's right. That's right. Support her book.
Santa Monica. I'm Amber Payton. Here's the latest on the Black Information Network. River Rouge, Michigan police officer Rosa Hawley is suing the police department for $2 million, claiming she is the victim of racial and sexual harassment. Hawley says she does not have a restroom or locker room facility as a female officer and is the only black woman on the force. Her lawsuit details text messages from superior officers threatening her and also asking her for dates and making sexual suggestions. Hawley adds she was off for more than 17 months after an accusation was made by a citizen and another white officer did not get the same punishment. Results of a report release show racial disparities inside Allegheny County, Pennsylvania's
Trumonger says starting early, all willy-nilly.
Charges filed in the county between 2017 and 2019 and found that black people are more likely to have charges filed against them than others. They are also more likely to serve pretrial detention, be convicted, and be sentenced to prison.
Right.
That's the latest. I'm Amber Payton on your home for 24/7 News, the Black Information
So
Network.
glad to have the lovely Dr. Delana back in the house.
War and rising food prices
She
have
about to
doubled
cook.
the number of families facing malnutrition. You can help. $50 provides a food kit to feed a family for a month. Just text the word radio to 97646.
It's the gift-giving season, and we have a gift for you.
Facebook?
Visit us
Instagram?
online at
Yes, ma'am.
KBLA.store for holiday savings of 20%
Fire
off
right out
all
the
of our
gate.
KBLA
You
swag.
come to
For the best in
show,
merch,
right?
Y'all like it up. Hit that like button. Don't let those likes lag.
Log on to KBLA.store right now. And be sure to check out our KBLA team favorites at KBLA.store today.
Crema.
That's KBLA.store for all our official merch on your favorite talk radio station, KBLA Talk 1580 at 20%
Oh, she gonna be on the TV show?
off, but only during the holiday
That's
season.
what?
Happy holidays.
Subscription.
Promote it. Promote it. Yeah.
Okay, hold on a second, Keisha. Just let me ask Ronald exactly what's going on because it takes two to tango and I need to hear his side of the story.
Is it in the? Is it in
Monogamy, or being in a relationship with one person, is actually very uncommon among mammals, with only around 3% displaying monogamous bonding. So what's the deal with humans? Is it really better to be with one person for your entire life? Historically, humans did not practice monogamy. The anthropological record indicates that tens of thousands of years ago, approximately 85% of human societies were composed of men with more than one wife. I don't like this topic. The reason why most of the world has shifted to socially imposed monogamy is debated among scientists, but a leading hypothesis is to minimize the risk of sexually transmitted infection. As human societies transitioned from small hunter-gatherer societies to larger, densely populated agricultural societies, models show the shift in lifestyle would allow STIs to proliferate, causing death and infertility. But while monogamy may have evolved to prevent STIs, what about now? Many maintain they are in a monogamous relationship, but are actually committing infidelity. Estimates of cheating among married Americans range from 21% to 57% among men and 11% to 35% among women. In fact, a study of college students in exclusive relationships found that 1 in 5 admit to using Tinder on the side. And those who identify as monogamous are less likely to practice safer sex, including condom use and STI testing, as they fear introducing these practices into a relationship may create suspicion. However, those in consensual non-monogamous relationships are more likely to use condoms for both vaginal and anal intercourse, be screened regularly for STIs, and discuss external sexual encounters with their primary partner. So now it seems those in consensually non-monogamous relationships may be at a lower risk for STIs than monogamous. A study using 1,500 individuals in monogamous partnerships and 617 individuals in consensual non-monogamous relationships found no significant differences on relationship function, overall satisfaction, commitment, and passionate love. In fact,
Hey, the voice of reason gonna kick your Wednesday off with a bang. Y'all know I'm crazy. We have to have conversations like this, or we just go into these relationship situations with blindfolds on, hoping that the best will happen. We are rolling the dice, so to speak. And that's why I decided to do tonight's topic. Let me tell you something. My safe haven is that damn cigar lounge. I go in there without a topic in mind. Soon as I sit down, God says, here's your download for the day. Here's your topic download for the day. And I spend the rest of my time cultivating that topic. And it came to me in a rush. Tonight's topic: are you relationship chattel? Now, of course, if you're an African American, chattel is a word that's probably or should be worse than the N word. Are you relationship property? This is what the slave master used to call slaves. Chattel, property, a fetish, a thing to be used. That's what fetish actually means, a thing to be used, a tool. They saw black people, men and women and children, in much the same light as they saw a plow. Except they wanted to have sex with the plow. My bad. I digress. Are you relationship chattel? Does your husband or wife actually belong to you? A deeper look at plantation relationships and the implied ownership of monogamy. In the words of the legendary Rick James, girl, who do you belong to? 1-800-920-1580. I want to encourage a national discussion on this topic tonight. I want us to talk. You heard the stats. 57% of men cheat. 33% of women cheat. These are people who claim to be monogamous. Do we have it incorrect? The way our mind is wrapped around this implied ownership that monogamy brings to the table. Are you each other's emotional, physical, mental, psychological, financial property? Are we each other's property? How you feel should only belong to me. You should only feel the way you feel in this relationship about me. You should never feel this way about any other. You should never spend your money on nobody else. You should never give your body to nobody else. And the only good thing that I heard, well, there were several good things, but I think the most important thing that I heard in that clip was societal monogamy. In other words, society pushes a narrative and then the people follow that narrative about monogamy, and that is it brought down STIs. To me, that's a good reason for monogamy. But does your partner own you? I've heard her say it. It's yours, baby. No, is it? 1-800-920-15. Lord have mercy. We gonna talk about it tonight. Before I get into all my questions, because you know I got a lot of them, I had to bring in a heavy hitter. Y'all know I love bringing in heavy hitters. Oh, Lord, 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 Lord. LMFT, author, and downright super spiritual, insightful, wise soul sister in the building. Delana Zimmerman joins the VOR. Yeah. Here we go. Here we go. Exploring the concept of relationship chattel. I used to tell my girl, you belongs to me. You belongs to me. Yeah. Unveiling the dynamics of the plantation relationship. And you know the plantation relationship is a power-based relationship. Whoever has the most power has the most say-so. You got to follow their lead. Are you in a plantation-based relationship? Does monogamy have an insidious, implied ownership clause? And because you acquiesce to these things, have you unwittingly become relationship chattel? 1-800-920-1580. I want to know, I want to know, I want to know. What does the term we belong to each other actually mean? Woo. Woo. True or false? A man or woman who wants to own their partner should be avoided at all costs. True or false? I want to know. I don't know. I'm just asking the questions. Can unconditional love have an owner? Eesh. The questions get deeper. They get deeper. Does your wife belong to you? Does your husband belong to you? If you are not married, implied relational ownership from monogamy may not apply to you. If we're just dating, you can't own me. But if we get married, that's something different. Does the law give us ownership over each other? 1-800-920-1580. I want to know. I want to know. Yee. Do you feel like your relationship lacks communication? Yikes. Do you feel like you are walking on eggshells? You're in a plantation relationship. Huh? Somebody got the power and you don't because you tiptoeing. We want to know, are you in servitude in your relationship? Wow. Yee. Does your relationship lack intimacy, trust, or friendship? You there to fulfill a role. You got a job and an obligation and a responsibility in this relationship as my chattel. What are some alternative relationship models that can provide a more equitable and empowering dynamic? How can individuals in plantation relationships navigate the tension between societal expectations and their own desires for autonomy and agency? I got so many good questions. Get to your phone lines. The number to dial is 1-800-920-1580. When I come forward, we're going to talk to Miss Delana Zimmerman, and she's going to unpack all of these powerful questions.
We wish you a holiday season filled with peace and love.
Until it says you belong to you.
Huh?
Until it says you belong to you.
That's the question.
Do you belong to you?
Do you belong to you?
Ooh. Don't make us tear it all the way down. We got to go there.
Yeah, I think so.
Attila, you should call in.
Attila.
Plantation ships. Oh, I am. They got your Instagram up in the chat, everything. Y'all keep hitting that like button, okay? Hit that like button, and don't be afraid to put a few coins on the super chat. Please support the channel. The content is too damned good.
Okay, pink notepad. He said, okay, pink notepad.
Oh, and we got a playlist battle. We got a playlist battle between giants. You ready? We got giants.
Let's see.
We got a versus. Calling all control freaks to the floor.
Oh, that's funny.
Yogi Fish said, I'm a runaway. 60 seconds. Double MB, what up? All my lurkers in the background, say what's up to your brother Zoe. Say what's up. Martin Muhammad, thank you, brother. Everybody, thank everybody that hit that super chat. Thank you, Martin. That's right, Pick Me Bree, get in here. Versus baby.
I don't know what to say.
Throughout history, people have believed that women are monogamous by nature. So is that true or a myth? Let's see. Historically, in almost all cultures, women just got to marry this one man. But men, they had a wife, sometimes multiple wives, and then long-term mistresses, and even random sleeping around. It was almost accepted that men will be men, they will have affairs. But for women, it was believed that they don't need all this. They are monogamous. Turns out it's a myth. Basically, the obstacle for women was access. They were stuck in their homes. Now that women have entered the workforce, they go out, they earn money, they have independence, and the rates of affairs in women have gone up dramatically. It's almost getting equal to men now. Although it's true that on average, men do desire higher number of sexual partners, but that doesn't mean at all that women are completely satisfied with just one. But of course, men or women, please don't have affairs.
Ooh, don't believe him. I ain't been with nobody. The voice of reason is on fire tonight, man. We talking about it. Are you relationship chattel? Do you feel like an indentured, like a slave in your relationship? Does monogamy say, or does it imply ownership? I got Delana Zimmerman in the building. Can you unpack some of the powerful questions and information that you have heard thus far?
Well, I'm so happy to be on the show again, and this is a fire topic.
Thank you.
You know, absolutely ownership is implied in monogamy. And just being American, I can speak from an American perspective that very early in childhood, you're taught someone's going to come along and capture you. That's what girls believe. Someone's going to come along and save you and make you whole and make you have the value that you've wanted to have and to validate you. And then you belong to that person. It's even in like in the wedding, you know, cleave to your man and just be one and follow whatever the instruction is. But what I find interesting about that is that anything that you have to own and possess, you need to control it. And if you need to control it, you can't enjoy it.
Let's go deeper.
Ownership is oppressive.
Let's go deeper. Hey! Are you saying the person who seeks to own their partner are in some way insecure, dealing with unhealed wounds, dealing with something that they haven't dealt with internally?
Absolutely.
Talk to me a little bit about that.
Well, if I'm insecure, that really means I have an insecure attachment to other human beings. I'm either avoidant or dismissive, where I don't feel comfortable being vulnerable, or I'm overly attached, afraid of loss. And so I need to know that you need to make that promise to me, and then I need to control you to make sure you keep the promise.
So healthy people don't need promises? Talk to me!
You can make the promise, but you know that the person makes the promise to themselves, not to you. The character has to come from me. I have to be a secure person. I have to be a safe person. I have to be a safe person in myself. I can't make you feel secure because your insecurity is within yourself. It's how you perceive yourself. It's your self-concept that makes you feel insecure. You come to me insecure.
Lord have mercy. Listen, the concept of relationship chattel. Tonight, we're going to explore the dynamics of ownership within monogamous relationship. It delves into the implications of emotional, physical, and psychological ownership, as well as the lack of communication, trust, and intimacy within such relationships. We will also raise questions about challenging power dynamics, alternative relationship models, societal expectations, self-awareness, and consent within these relationships. Oh Lord, the term chattel historically refers to a form of property, particularly in the context of slavery and the search. Let me just stop real quick. Gosh. can we seek out other chattel because we are our own chattel? We are enslaved to the demands of unhealed wounds and experiences throughout our lives. So do slaves, relational slaves, seek to be with other relational slaves because it's familiar? Talk to me.
You know, these are very strong words we're using. This is very strong language.
Yes.
But if we slow it down and bring it down, let's talk about being in humanity with each other.
Come on.
Because mostly people don't know who they are, what they're made of, what their emotional and spiritual goals are in life. They're just seeking to acquire, attach, give me, make me feel. Nobody can make you feel anything. You perceive it, you think it,
You define it.
you then feel it. It's all coming from you. So if you get mad because I said that, it's because you perceive that I shouldn't have said it, because I'm your man, I'm your woman, you should know better than to say that to me. It's all a mindset. And so when that's the only mindset there is, when the programming is this, everybody's programmed.
Come on.
So it seems like that's the way it's supposed to be. But what if everybody is falling and walking off the cliff of relationships?
Come on.
There's no safe places to be. Where do I go if everybody believes they're supposed to own the other? If all I want to do is love you, and all you want to do is possess me because you have unhealed childhood trauma, and you need to hold on to me because you think I'm your source. No, I'm a resource.
Come on.
I'm not a source in your life.
Not
I
the
can't be
source.
source.
I am a resource.
I am a resource.
Not the source. Ooh, Lord.
I bring my whole self, hopefully, to your whole self, and we practice wholeness together. Oh my God, if I'm looking for you to make me whole, I'm in trouble.
Now, let's take that even further.
Sure.
Because you spoke on being in a relationship with a human being. Do our mistakes have a safe place in relationship?
There has to be room for it.
Oh, Lord, don't talk to me like I'm finna leave, y'all. Hey, it's nice talking y'all tonight. The show is over. I'm leaving. There has to be room.
There has to be. I'm growing up in front of you. I'm developing in front of you. I'm psychically, socially developing, emotionally developing in front of you, and you're supposed to be the safe place in which I do it. That's what marriage is really about. It's like, I want you to witness my development. I want you to witness my place here on the planet. The relationship has to have room. It has to be able to expand like the heart and constrict to contain it. Expand like the heart and constrict to contain the change. We're evolving together.
So, because sometimes, this is why the apology doesn't have any weight. This is why the infraction we can't get over it. This is why when something bad happens, whatever bad that happens, you know what you did? You have locked out trust. You have locked out acceptance. You have locked out compassion. You know why? Because I thought I could stay wounded in love's presence. Can you talk to me about that?
Look, you're a crazy person if you believe you're not going to experience any pain in a relationship. Like that the person is not going to disappoint, the person is not going to fall short of the glory of your thinking.
Ooh. Speak on it, sister. A person is not going to fall short of the glory of your thinking. Keep going. Lord have mercy.
I mean, people are bringing their version of themselves to you, and you're bringing your version of yourself to them. And, you know, brokenheartedness is going to occur if your expectation is that the person can't make any mistakes. If you have a mother that withheld love from you when you got in trouble.
Talk to me.
She said, get out my face. Go on in the room. You better not say nothing.
You disgust me.
Yes, yeah. Then you have a pain point when someone withholds love. So when your partner may say, I don't feel like talking right now, it triggers your mother wound. And so it seems like your partner did the wrong thing, because my man would never say, I don't feel like talking right now. My man, my ownership. would never say that to me.
Come on.
But in fact, what's happening is you're tapping into an unhealed place that you haven't learned how to manage yet. You don't know it's there. It's a blind spot. And so you're working out your childhood trauma in this relationship under the false idea that the thing that you own wouldn't behave in the way that it's behaving.
Ooh. But listen, what I own knows not to hurt me, because I own it.
But you can't possess humans.
Ooh, Lord.
You can't possess it. It's self-centered to believe that you are possessing a person and they were born to serve you and your feelings. It never inconvenienced you with negative emotion. You're responsible for negative emotion, to manage it, process it, ask yourself, what is it I'm afraid of? Get to the core and the truth of it. That's your work. That's your process. And then come to your partner, letting them know, I have managed this in myself and I want to discuss this conflict.
Hey, listen, I'm finna come forward right now because it's too hot. You need a second to process. We are on complete fire tonight. Stay tapped in. Woo. And two lovers in the scene. I love you, Liberian girl. Woo! Hey man, if y'all don't go get her book,
Even pets bite out of fear, for sure. That's what
if y'all don't go get her book, everybody got to hit that super chat right now. Hell nah. Do you know how fire all week has been?
Marty said, double check that this is being recorded.
Yes. All week, this show has been out of this universe. Are you crazy? Can everybody hit the super chat? Everybody now, drop a 5 spot, get it rolling. Man, Lord have mercy. I love it. Come on, y'all. We had $19 30 minutes in, or we had $20, $19.99. Boy, is the show fire? Y'all tell me. Put up your emojis. Put up your emojis. Let us know how you feel about it tonight. Bernice Parker, she's on fire. I just alley-oop with the questions. Get out the way. Yes, yes. Keep those emojis rolling. And I know it's Christmas time. I know you guys done bought into Santa and Saint Nick and all that. Listen, and that's okay. I love y'all. Y'all, that's right. Amos, thank you. I'm staying on point. Thank you. Let's keep them rolling because we on fire. Sarah Lane, thank you for those fire emojis. We on fire. Nazarene X, the sister is killing it. They loving it right now. Hey, share it with somebody. Because the whole purpose of having this dialogue in real time is to inspire others to think. This is how you get your perspective to change. You gotta hear it in different ways. And you know, I'm the master of flipping. Ain't nobody said relationship chattel. Yesterday, it was trial stones versus milestones. Come on, listen. Well, I don't know who talking like this in the world. Only here on the Voice of Reason. That's why I be on y'all ass. Step up. Support the channel. Hit the like button. Share it on Facebook. Tell your Facebook friends. Y'all better get y'all ass over here and peep this. Thankful for y'all's contribution. She from Texas. Y'all. Black people say y'all. That's our word, damn it. All over the country, y'all. Y'all better get in here and clean up this goddamn room. I don't know. We on fire tonight. This is a great topic. Listen. Y'all ready for the battle? Y'all ready for my playlist battle? And y'all gotta pick a winner. You gotta pick a winner. You have to pick a winner by the end of the night. You got it. Hey, Phil Brand, thank you. Pick me. You got to call in. And this is our tradition. And whenever you see somebody hit that super chat, you see that super chat come in and somebody has given a little piece of change, thank them. Everybody should thank everybody because we're a team in here, okay? We're a team, all right? Phil Brand, thank you, brother. I'm staying on point. Thank you. Who else? Amos Jr. Stuckey, thank you. Who else? Martin Muhammad, thank you. Who else? Somebody else is in here, I know. I can't see their names, but thank you. Thank you. We about to get some callers on the line now. Y'all ready for the playlist? We got about 30 seconds. Oh, Andy. So we play the drop and then into, or not the song, the clip. Got it. Teamwork makes the dream work. That chicken didn't survive, did it? That chicken had no chance, did it? Thank you, brother.
If you are interested in stepping up to join your local neighborhood council, visit www.empowerla.org. That's empowerla.org. It's time to think globally, but act locally. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580. You're listening to the voice of reason,
Good.
only on KBLA Talk 1580.
Delana's never heard this.
You gotta listen to it.
Yeah, absolutely. We need to rethink love and commitment. 60 years ago was when we decided that men had to be monogamous too. Men were not monogamous for all of recorded human history. Men had concubines and whores, and 60 years ago, straight relationships began to become more egalitarian, and it was less of a property transaction. A marriage had been a property transaction for most of recorded human history, and it became a union of two equals. And at that moment, instead of deciding to allow women to have the same sort of freedom and leeway that men did, we decided to let men have the same limitations impose the same limitations that women had, and we put monogamous sexual commitment at the heart of all relationships, all long-term commitments, all marriages, and we've watched. We should now be able to recognize the consequences of that, which are a lot of short-term relationships, a lot of divorce, because monogamy is ridiculous, and people aren't any good at it. You're not wired for it. You didn't evolve to be. It's unnatural, and it places a tremendous strain on our marriages and our long-term commitments to expect them to be effortlessly monogamous. Because what we've said is, if you're in love, you won't want to have sex with anybody else. And what we need to tell people is that if you're in love, you can make a monogamous commitment and you will refrain from having sex with other people. But you will still desperately want to the out of other people. But people understand love means I don't want to other people because of these misconceptions poked into people's heads about romance and love and what it means. And so they meet somebody else that they're attracted to, and they're attracted to somebody else, and they go, I must not be in love with my partner anymore, otherwise I wouldn't be attracted to this person. Or they feel threatened when their partners are attracted to other people, as if, it makes them feel insecure. And we just need to get past that. When we talk about monogamy, when we talk about
the VOR, you ain't never heard nothing like it in the world. Listen, the home base right now is KVLA Talk 1580. You can't get it nowhere else. You can't tune in nowhere else in Los Angeles and get it. It's only here exclusively. Tonight's topic, are you relationship chattel? My special guest is Delana Zimmerman LMFT. That's licensed marriage family therapist, right? Does your wife or your husband belong to you? We're talking about the implied ownership within monogamy. We're also talking about, are you in a plantation relationship? A plantationship, huh? Power dynamics. I take care of you. I provide for you. Don't question my authority. 1-800-920-1580. We got callers on the line. You already know this is a national discussion, and we want to talk to the people. Reggie from Austin, Texas. Get in here.
Man, this whole topic is incendiary, man.
It's
When you put the topic on your YouTube page, you put like 5 flames behind it, and that's real. When I think of the word chattel, I think of slavery, and I mean, the whole chattel thing is terrible because it's an imbalance. So we're gonna take that right off the table, because no one is gonna be in a relationship. No sane person is gonna be in a relationship with somebody that's totally imbalanced and abusive and all of that. We're not gonna talk about that.
Well, you'd be surprised. It's folks in relationships like
how
that.
about I'm not gonna talk about that.
Okay, good, because there's people out there struggling, brother. Don't minimize their struggle now.
Yes, they struggle, that ain't mine. But all right, so what if we're both sold out to each other? What if I use all of my resources to help you, and you use all of your resources to help me get what we want? Is it ever good to be totally sold out to anybody, even in marriage?
Ooh,
And if you're totally sold out to them, and that's no problem. I mean, you do whatever you want to do. I don't care what that. You know what I'm saying? That's your decision. But if you're sold out to them, does that mean that their problems belong to you too?
Ooh, Delana.
I love the question. Sold out to them. I'm going to draw my own meaning to that. And what I would say is that that's what a marriage is, where you sell out to each other, that there's reciprocity. Teddy Pendergrass talked about a 50-50 love, but it only really means that there's a quiet balance of each other. You're committed to each other's emotional well-being. This is our new definition of love. It is the energy and the effort that I use in my life for my spiritual development and for your spiritual development. That's love. It's an action. It's a way of life. It's a mindset. So, yeah, your problems, they become my problems. Of course they do. We support and share with each other as we walk through this life. And that's the purpose of relationship, to join together. But when we talk about chattel, we're talking about control, fear-based relationships.
Right.
That I can't, you own my oxygen, so I can't breathe if you leave. But selling out to each other is I breathe, you breathe, and we breathe together. There's 3 entities to the relationship. So if you die, I don't die.
If that's the truth, then how can I do your work?
You can't.
Like, help
You
me with
can't
that.
do my work. That's the whole thing.
Wait.
Right.
Hold on,
What
Reggie.
work?
Because I see where Reggie is going.
Where's he going?
And I like where he's going, but what I want him to remember is that spirituality is non-linear.
That's right.
So, to address what he said, the ownership of your problems. No. I share responsibility of your problem, but I have a different responsibility than you do. Your responsibility is to own your problem and fix your problem, heal your problem, work on your problem, hug your problem, love your problem. But my job is to support you by stewarding you, right? I'm gonna be there with you. I'm standing in the gap with you. This is how I own part of your problem, by walking with you through the process and never abandoning you, encouraging you to keep your eye on your problem, to keep your eye on your inner work. I'm not responsible for fixing it. You are.
Yes.
But you know that you got me standing right next to you as you deal with your problem. Do you understand what I'm saying?
That makes sense.
There you go.
Right. It requires willingness. Everybody has to understand their own accountability, their responsibility to their own evolution.
And
That
that,
makes perfect sense.
now watch this, Reggie. Sometimes it get a little easier when you know what, I'm tired of looking at this problem. Let me lean on my partner for a moment and catch my breath. That's how you're a co-owner of their problem. Because you care about them. You want to see them conquer whatever issue they got going on. And the fact that they can look to you and say, you know what, I just need a breather.
That's right.
You say, come here, put your forehead on my clavicle. And just rest it there for a minute, and then we're going to get right back at it. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Right. It's easier if they say that.
Yeah.
Relationships have to have agreements. You have to have spoken agreements, not assumed agreements. It has to be very specific, or there will be assumptions.
Ooh. Reggie,
It helps.
what did you just do, brother? What did you do?
I benefited from Austin being in the building.
Austin, Texas is in the house. If you want to bring your city in the building, you know the routine, you know the deal, you know the process. All you have to do to join this national conversation is get on your phone line. Call me right now, 1-800-920-1580. We got a heavy hitter in the building in Delana Zimmerman. When we come forward, more fire for your mind. Woo! See, let me just say this. I love my brothers. I love my brothers. Y'all be coming with the great questions. But if you notice, I said spirituality is non-linear. Let me give you a little context. Relationships are inherently spiritual.
Yes.
And sometimes dealing with the issues that are unspoken or that have not yet been articulated, again, non-linear. What's wrong with you may not get the answer you trying to get. What's your problem then? They may not know. Or they may know, but not know how to articulate that to you.
Or they may be in the middle of a lesson.
Do you see? It's a spiritual work. So many times brothers try to approach relationships from a linear space. What can I do to get you to stop tripping?
Yeah.
Is there something? No, ain't nothing you can do. Sometimes listening may be the easiest thing and the most beneficial thing. Listening without judgment. But men, we want to fix it. And sometimes women too, right? Sometimes women want to fix it too. Sometimes you don't fix it. Sometimes you let it fix itself through
manage
observation.
manage the discomfort of having unresolved issues.
Manage the discomfort of having unresolved issues is what she said. Man, oh man, it's Shevitz. Hey, where my callers at? Y'all know y'all want to call in. Get to your phone lines right now. We cooking tonight. Fixed mindset versus growth mindset. This is where accountability must be a badge of honor.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. Who said that?
That was Martin Muhammad. All week long, we've been on fire. That's all I got to say. All week long, it has been ignorant up in here.
Have y'all ever told a Scorpio they can't possess y'all? Doo-doo-doo.
Boom, boom, boom. But I
touching
think
it.
my experiences has been all signs. Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius,
Well, we're the
Pisces,
opposite of Scorpio.
Virgo,
We are
Gemini. They all want it.
It's the programming, American programming.
I
Love
heard,
songs, rom-coms.
Right.
It's programming.
I heard a good thing. It says if you see a flower, you leave it on the vine so that other people, so it can grow and other people can admire its beauty. Because if you pluck it for yourself, it dies.
Hey, playlist.
That's dangerous.
May I have this dance? Darling, it appears to me that you could use a date tonight. Boom, boom. Tell me. My plane is parked right outside. Come on, Prince. My playlist is my co-host. We got Michael and Prince going at each other right now. Liberian Girl is cold, but I'm gonna have to go with International Lover on this one. Jeez. Whoa. Ladies and gentlemen, the voice of reason is on fire tonight. We have an amazing topic. We got a battle versus going on. This is crazy. Are you relationship chattel? Goodness gracious. My special guest, of course, is Delana Zimmerman LMFT. She's in the building. We're fielding calls right now. Let's get our callers on the line. Attila from Houston, Texas has been on the longest. Get in here.
What's up, y'all? What's up?
Hey.
How are y'all?
We good. How are you enjoying tonight's topic and what are your thoughts on it?
Oh, man. All right. So, I'm going to speak to my people on this one. You know, I believe that we are still on the auction block mentally, right? Which is why I think we hold on to our partners so tightly. Still trying to piece together a lot of things that we have lost, right? And so trying to fit into this paradigm that's been given to us, which is one man, one woman, I mean, that's pretty hard to do when you've been made to be a leader. How does that work? Right? So that's why I said you do belong to you. Do slaves have options? How are you a slave with ownership?
Ooh, go ahead.
Ooh, that's such strong language, Attila.
I love it. I love it. She's right in the metaphor. She's right there.
That's why.
Yes.
You know, I really wanted to touch, do you belong to you? And in many cases, Attila, no, not at all. People are looking to give themselves away. They don't know, they don't know our own value. When I talk about being humanized, they don't know how to humanize themselves. People objectify themselves and give themselves away. They consider themselves, you know, a lover or a fighter, or these object ideas. I'm a giver, I love hard, and all this stuff. And it's like, please, I'm giving myself away to something. I want to be chosen and taken away from the life that I'm currently living, because it's so uncomfortable just being me. People haven't learned how to master themselves, yet they want to get in relationships because they believe that they won't have to deal with themselves only. If someone comes along, then I can just focus on them. I can just give myself to them instead of ever giving myself to myself.
But I have to ask, isn't relationship the whole self maker? Even when you're not ready, even when you're not ready, there will be aspects of yourself that will come to the surface in the mirror of relationship. Your thoughts?
Absolutely. That's the only way you can know yourself fully and completely, is in the mirror of relationships. But if you don't have the skill set to manage it, or if you are blind, if you have so many blind spots about what your purpose is in relationship, then you won't evolve. You'll just, it'll be police reports.
Ooh. Police reports. If y'all listening tonight.
Non-fatal choking. I mean, that's what will occur.
Wow.
When both people are seeking to, or are in a relationship from fear. We said before, I'm not always in love with you. Sometimes I'm in fear with you. I'm afraid you're going to leave me. I'm afraid if you leave, I won't be able to survive. I'm not going to be okay because I've made you my God, or I've made you my source.
But you're just a resource.
Just a resource. And so being in fear with people is really the lonely, painful place, because no one is going to be your ideal of them. They can only be who they are.
I tell her, you got more questions? Because
I do.
we'll shoot away. Let's go.
I got one more question. Better hard to shoot. All right. So, do you believe that if you are someone who has like an insecure attachment style, right? So fearful avoidance, dismissive avoidance, insecure attachment, whatever. Do you believe that you should wait until you are more secure within yourself before undertaking a polygamous relationship?
Ooh, polygamy?
Ooh, wow.
Polygamy? You'll get everything you need in polygamy, or you'll lose everything that you thought you had in polygamy. If you have an insecure attachment, you're going to act a fool. And that's just the bottom line. If your goal is to learn more about yourself and to evolve, if your goal is to do the work, even with insecure attachment, then you can create more security in yourself. You can decide, I'm good enough. I have everything that I need within me, and I'm participating in relationships. But if you need the relationship to give you everything that you need 5 people to give you everything that you need, you'll always be needing. So, insecure attachments can become more secure. They can. But if that's not your goal, to do the work, to process the feelings, to manage the nervous system, to learn how to breathe, meditate, exercise, and live inside of yourself, become your own resource, then you're going to act a fool.
You're going to act a fool. I'll tell her, guess what? You got another one. She said, hold on, wait a minute, I got more.
So based on what you said, okay, becoming basically a fuller, higher version of yourself, right? Isn't that what you should do, whether it's monogamy or polygamy or whatever?
Period.
Absolutely.
Single, absolutely, is the base. That's what we're talking about. But people, do you realize that people are walking on the planet not recognizing that there's work to do? That they don't realize that they have a responsibility to be a healthier, safer person on the planet, with and without a gun. It doesn't matter. Like we are dangerous to ourselves and to others. Sleepwalking. And getting in relationships, fooling people into marriage, fooling people into buying bags and purchasing. Women are becoming daughters. Like, literally, they're in relationships with men, and they are daughters.
Ooh.
And that's the possession is, I possess you because I bought you with a bag and a watch. That is happening.
Don't forget the shoes, because they got a match.
And so, yeah, there's all kind of ownership going on. And it's a cold slave trade.
Ooh, Lord. Attila, I got to let you. Attila, what did you just do? Because you did some things right now. What did you just do, Attila?
I brought Houston in the building.
Houston, Texas is in the building. If you're not a part of this national discussion, I don't know what to tell you because there are a lot of people out there that are afraid to have this conversation. There are a lot of people out there that are afraid to call in. There are a lot of people out there afraid to acknowledge that they are guilty of some of these thoughts, of some of these scenarios. They live in relationships like this. You can call in. You're not going to be judged. We're just going to love on you and appreciate what you're saying because guess what? We need to have the conversations that we refuse to have behind closed doors.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the voice of reason is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to have this conversation publicly. You can call in anonymously. You can say your name is Benny Booyow from Boston, and that's fine. Just call in and reveal what it is that you need healed. Part of healing is talking. So many of us do a lot of walking. We walk away from the problems within ourselves. We walk away from the problems in our relationships. But part of healing is talking.
Yeah.
This is a safe space for you to talk. All you got to do, 1-800-920-1580. When I come forward, more fire from the VOR. The girl I like to do shit to my right. Ooh. Inside.
Uh-huh.
Come on, baby. Prince. That international lover different. That thing hit a little different.
He says different.
That's all right, Mike. I got you. You had to take an L on that one, though, Mike. I'm sorry.
Lovers and lurkers calling.
Hey, and Mike is my favorite. Lovers and lurkers, call in.
Yeah, there's a whole phenomenon occurring with the millennial group, like people who are making money, even the rap songs, the rap world rappers, right?
Yeah,
They're talking about, give me, buy me.
that's it.
And that's the ownership.
That's the
That's a
narrative.
new ownership piece.
Talk about it.
Ooh.
Talk about it.
And so all you have to do is be pretty on Instagram,
Talk about it.
and I'm gonna buy you all you need. I'm gonna take care of you, and you don't bring anything to the table.
Talk about it. That's what you here
That's that
for.
daughter thing. That's the daughter thing I'm talking about. Like,
Talk about it.
that ain't a woman.
Ooh, talk about it. Where Nikki at? Nikki from the SIP. This is a good show. Oh my goodness. I'm definitely going to get my cigar after this. What in the world?
What you gonna get? What's the name of it?
What I'm gonna get is a cup of ice
Oh, Dr. Pepper.
and a Dr. Pepper. And I'm gonna sit and I'm gonna ruminate. Like, Imagine your husband raising you. Wow.
Woo. Some cases he will. As long as you don't own him,
Come on.
you will be raised by your husband if he's a man of leadership.
Come on. What up, what up, what up, what up? I see y'all. What up, what up?
I want to be raised by my husband.
To teach me, learn me something. Learn me something, okay?
But for a lot of people in that, or women in that space, being raised or learning something from a man is just like having a bag or a pair of shoes. It's a resource. It's not really valued.
Person. Are they worth the wait?
It's just something else to have.
The child was years, and he still had to play child support.
It's a very heated topic.
Oh, that right.
Mama's maybe, daddy's maybe.
I just have so many questions I want to ask
It's
you.
a
I was like the kid, this okay.
There's always a
Betrayal has been committed. Hit you with a bad life routine. How does he maintain his animosity?
Very
Why can't you open up, brother? Spider-Man on the inside. They don't show their weaknesses.
Yeah.
Saul Williams, reason and accountability. The voice of reason. I'm Dr. Orion Taraban, and this is Psych Hacks, Better Looking Through Psychology. And the topic of today's short talk is Women Are Making Society Polygamous. Now, this is obviously a very provocative title, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it isn't true. And I hope to back it up with some evidence and arguments in this episode. I will say at the outset that I don't think this movement is intentional. That is, I don't think that women are consciously attempting to accomplish this purpose. This is an epiphenomenon that emerges out of the data en masse, kind of like how a wave emerges out of the movements of individual particles, none of which are particularly wave-like. None of the molecules has any awareness that it is contributing to the wave, but the wave arises out of the molecules nonetheless. This is the mystery surrounding individuals and populations. The two are obviously connected, but it's impossible to see how unless you take a wide enough vantage. And of course, before I lay out my arguments, please be sure to like this episode and subscribe to this channel. It takes less than a second, costs you nothing, and it's also a way for you to be a part of something much larger than yourself. So, do the thing. Now, to understand why this is happening, why women are making society polygamous, you have to first understand that women today are absolutely crushing it. While there was a gender gap that clearly favored men 50 years ago, we now have a gender gap that clearly favors women. And in many domains, the size of this gender gap is larger than the size of the gender gap that we had a half century ago. Probably for the first time in human history, in most Western societies, childless women under 30 are earning more than childless men under 30. Women are graduating from high school, from college, from postgraduate institutions at a significantly higher rate than men. In fact, at a nearly 2-to-1 ratio. They are doing very well, so hooray women. That said, all this success does come with an unintended consequence with respect to the dating market. And before the women complain, well, who cares about dating? Let me just say that you should care about dating, because unless you want to go back to your father choosing your husband for you, this is pretty much the only pathway to long-term relationships, marriage, and children, which are things I often hear women caring about. So problems with dating will have important downstream consequences. So what is the unintended consequence? In order to understand it, you first have to appreciate that women tend to date hypergamously. For those of you who have never heard this term before, hypergamy is the tendency to date across and up status hierarchies. To put it simply, women want a man who is at least as good as her, if not better. And better, of course, is how women choose to define it, because it's for the cat to decide which milk is good. However, with respect to some very obvious metrics, women tend to marry men who are older, taller, stronger, higher status, and higher earning. And here's the rub. If women are outperforming most men, and women continue to date hypergamously, then voila. You have an increasingly shrinking pool of men that the majority of women would even consider as candidates for dating and mating. And that's bad for women, because fewer eligible men significantly increases the intra-sex competition for a dwindling pool of potential mates. And it's also bad for most men, because most men are just flat out being disqualified from the sexual marketplace.
And guess what? I'm one of those special rare ones. You better not have a problem with me. Hey, the voice of reason is back in the building. Lord have mercy, tonight's topic. This is a heavy topic, man. We deep if you're just getting in here. Woo! We talk about plantation relationships. We're talking about the implied, this implied ownership that comes with monogamy. We're talking about power dynamics in relationships. And ultimately, if I got more power than you, if a man has more power, if a woman has more power, she's using you for something, he's using you for something, that makes you chattel. You're a fetish, a tool to be used. Oh, this is a heavy topic. We have none other than one of our great recurring guests on this show, Delana Zimmerman LMFT. It's amazing. Listen, in the realm of monogamous relationship, there exists a subtle yet powerful dynamic that often goes unnoticed. The concept that we presented tonight is called Relationship Chattel. When your partner views you as their property, an ornament, an accoutrement, a trophy, like a trophy wife, to be put on the mantle of his accomplishments, or her accomplishments for that matter. On tonight's show, we aim to explore the intricate dynamics of plantation relationships where the assumption of ownership can hinder personal growth, autonomy, and equality. It's a big piece. By delving into the complexities of this concept tonight, we're going to try to uncover ways to challenge and disrupt these assumptions, and we're going to try to foster ideas around healthier and more fulfilling connections. But this is the world we live in today, and this is what a lot of people are doing, and we wanted to cover it tonight. We got callers on the line. Delana, you were saying that women are now trying to date their fathers? Can you go deeper into that concept before we run to the phone lines?
Sure. Is my mic on?
Yes.
Sure. Women are becoming, I would call it pseudo-daughters, where they want to be completely taken care of. Part of the reason is they don't know what it is to have been taken care of emotionally, security. They lack security within themselves. So they're just pretty, and they want you to buy and provide everything for them. And what's the exchange? Pretty and sex, and hopefully the sex is good enough to keep the relationship going.
Are you implying that a lot of women don't come to the table with value?
Well, they have value, they just don't know what it is.
Ooh, talk to me.
Everyone has value, and that's part of the issue. That's really what the mental health issue is in America, as I see it, is that people don't know their value. And so men also are coming to the table, because what you just talked about in the insert, what came in first, is that women are doing very well in America. So they are finding themselves needing to date down, and there are men who are raised by their mothers and looking for women to take care of them.
Mama.
And what they have to provide is pleasure.
Ooh.
So everybody is trying to provide pleasure in a relationship in exchange for ownership. You can own me. I give you pleasure, you provide for me. And it has become chattel. And it's reversed, and what the speaker talked about was this is a result of the shift in how dynamics are socially and economically in this country. But it's everywhere. But if I don't know my personal value, then I may not have a standard for relationships. And so you can possess me and own me if you just keep me.
Ooh.
Don't let me go. That's why I'm Botoxed out. Please, I'm trying to hold on to this look, because this is what you bought.
We on fire tonight. Let's get some callers in here. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know if y'all understand the depth of the information that's flowing tonight, but I hope it is inspiring you to want to get to your phone lines and join this national conversation. I'm waiting to hear from Nikki from Mississippi. We got to get Nick from the SIP up in here. Leroy from Inglewood. What up, South Central? You in the building? Talk to me, Inglewood.
Can you hear me clearly? Can you hear me clearly?
We got you, brother. Talk to me. What are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
Model Temp, I just want to say, first of all, Dr. Delana Zimmerman,
Hey!
the priestess of former years, the only smart person, in the 10% of smart people in the village, Dr. Delana Zimmerman, sounding like a Thomas Parham, Priestess Thomas Parham tonight. Okay, back in previous times, everybody wasn't as educated. They wasn't going into many details as you're going into now. They didn't need to be as smart. The culture was more supportive of marriage, right? People had they might have went through the said gurus in engineering and their rites of passage. All right? The family, social support system, extended family was there. They weren't where we are now. I want to know what systems that currently exist, whether in the Western world or outside the Western world, are closest to healthy or promoting healthy long-term marriages. And if that's too tough, what 7 or 9 or 11 ingredients are essential to any curricula that's used in an institutional setting that would promote healthy long-term marriages? I think you get the gist of what I said. If you don't get it exactly what I said, I'm gonna hang up, and I just want to just continue to just listen to the glow of your wisdom. Zoe, you done it again. I'm saying, look, I love the fact how you purposely go out of your way to get women who have a balanced perspective, are intelligent, and can stand on their own. I appreciate you greatly, brother, because you really do us a great service with what you do. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
All right, brother. You brought Inglewood in the building. If you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me at 1-800-920-1580. Do you have answers for his question?
It was a very complex question. What came up for me was that we actually need a new definition of love. I think that is the institution that has failed us, is that love has been considered a feeling, that feeling you get. But love is a lifestyle. It's your life force. And I think if we begin to change what our idea, what our definition of love is, then we'll have healthier relationships. But self-love is one of the 7 ingredients that you asked about. It has to be on the table. If I don't love myself, and I'm not talking about self-care, fingernails, hairdos, and car washes. I'm talking about self-love, where I spend time with myself. I'm hugging myself. I'm honoring the self that lives within me. And so I bring a balanced version of myself when I leave the bathroom. So when I'm interacting with people that I care about, I'm careful with them. So there needs to be care. There needs to be recognition. There needs to be respect. There needs to be trust. There needs to be open and honest communication.
Forgiveness.
Forgiveness is on my paper, my pink pad of paper. Self-forgiveness, forgiveness of others. There needs to be humanity, humanizing each other, honoring everyone's journey. You don't know what people came to the planet to do. So why are you pretending to know what everybody's actions should be in relationship with them?
And have a definition and a judgment for it.
You better move out the way.
You better get out the way of this purpose.
You came into my life to stretch me in a way that I needed to be stretched to deliver the purpose of my incarnation. So let's just honor that in each other. That's what makes relationships, I think, long-term relationships, whole and complete.
You cannot be in an aquarium that is filled with urine and not get some in your mouth. The great Krishnamurti said it a little differently. He said, it is no measure of health to be fully integrated into a sick society. So society gives you relational game rules, and now we all gaming each other.
That's right.
We all playing a game because we want advantage in the game. This is why some partners in a relationship are reduced to chattel. This is why we don't know how to be in a relationship with a human being. This is why we have disrespected the word love and God and forgiveness, because we all got some kind of weird definition that is tainted by the toxicity of the society in which we live. You hit it right on the head. We got a misconception of love, just like we got a misconception of God.
That's right.
You know why?
Yeah.
Because these things are very difficult to attain. And when you live in a society that's based on technological convenience, hey, listen, I went to school. I paid the cost to be the boss. I deserve to have what I want. Well, guess what? Sometimes you got to mine for love. Hey, Go ahead, get in there.
Well, we don't know what we are. We don't know what we are. We don't understand that there's a developmental stage of human beings. Psychosocial development. The first developmental stage is trust versus mistrust. And so if trust is lost in the crib.
Ooh, in the crib.
In the crib before you have language.
Ooh.
You wonder why you got trust issues by the time you get 25 or 21. You're already underdeveloped psychosocially. My car. That's what a toddler says. Mine. And we haven't evolved from toddlership.
Oh, let's go deeper. My hurt supersedes your hurt because you facilitated my hurt. So now, you know how TD Jake said it. If you hurt somebody, don't think the person who hurt you or the person you hurt, don't think you're off the hook. Because guilt hits the person if they give a damn about you. So they're not off the hook for hurting you, and you're not off the hook for hurting them. That hurt is reciprocal.
That's right.
See, they don't understand that. But my hurt trumps yours because you're the perpetrator of my hurt. Talk to me.
Well, I live in self-pity. That I hurt begins to be the identity. There's debts and credits in the relationship, and now you owe me more than I owe you. It's insanity.
Hold on. When we come forward, Lord have mercy. It's too much fire in the voice of reason. Somebody's house is on fire right now. Call the fire department. When we come forward, more heat from Leimert Park. Are we different tonight?
Or are we suppressing our selfishness to the point it becomes inescapable in adulthood?
Oh, now Attila said this definitely top 3. You better believe it. Now Attila want to give up. Now she want to put together her top list. Hey, yo, we only at $44. Can we get to $100 tonight? We're at $44.99. Can we get to $100 tonight? This topic is too damn good. Come on, y'all. Stop playing with us.
The art of making.
Right. Truemonger, way to jump in there immediately. Truemonger. Everybody thank Truemonger. Attila, is this a meaningful show for you? Dom Kennedy, a Leimert Park legend. That's my cousin. Dom Kennedy is definitely a Leimert Park legend. But not only Leimert, Los Angeles. That's the sound of Los Angeles for a lot of kids, man. Dom Kennedy is cold. You heard what he said. You saw it. I think Prince got first round 1.
Yes, I think so too.
I think Prince got round 1. Let's see who's gonna get round 2. This is my commercial.
Services
I love this commercial.
Because we've got your black. Listen up. If you're one of the more than 100,000 California tenants who were rejected or delayed when applying for COVID rental assistance, you've got a second chance. Under the terms of a new settlement, California's Housing and Community Development Department agreed to audit its past denials. The program ended in March 2022, but the advocacy groups Alliance of Californians for Community Empowerment, Policy Link, and Strategic Actions for a Just Economy sued the department. According to the coalition's analysis of state data, the department rejected nearly 30% of all applicants. Under the settlement,
Reggie White.
the department agreed to clear all renters in the pipeline within 6 months. The settlement applies to anyone who sought assistance from the state's Housing is Key program before April 1st, 2022, whose applications is pending or was denied after June 2022.
20 seconds.
about the status of their application can call the hotline at 833-430-2122. That's 833.
I think Mike might get this next one. Arabia. Uh-oh. My playlist is my co-host Michael versus Prince tonight. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna go ahead and get this one to Mike. I ain't even heard the Prince record yet. But I'm gonna go ahead and give this one to Mike. Cause Stevie Wonder wrote it, Michael sang it, and Quincy produced it. Okay, that's the holy trinity right there. Ladies and gentlemen, the voice of reason is on fire tonight. I gotta get a caller in here. Who's been on the longest? Because tonight's topic is so rich, man. I love twisting the knobs on these topics, man. Let me get the person who's been in here the longest. That's Sean from Oakland, California. Sean, get in here. Bring Oakland into the building. What are your thoughts?
Well, hey, brother, what a wonderful show. So, relationships, as you know, and this show is all about, are the most important thing you can ever do in your life, and they're the most difficult things to navigate. So my thing, what I'm trying to say here is, role model, but not cliche, right? Because you just be a role model. Tell these kids what to do. Tell everyone what to do. Now be a role model. No. You be a role model. And you talk and you communicate, how these things should happen. Meaning that you don't want a bunch of negativity in your household. You don't want a bunch of negativity in your space. And I know that sounds cliche too, but I'll tell you what, it's worked in my lifetime, married 30 plus years and all that stuff. I'm not saying that's the answer, but what I'm saying is it's better that when you be a role model in the sense that when you have these difficult situations, they're very difficult. Mm-hmm. I mean, I can give you the most difficult situations, but that you are the one that everyone's looking at. Mm-hmm. Everyone's looking at you. So everyone's looking at you as the woman or as the man. And if you're being a good role model, meaning, look, I can handle anything. I can handle anything. I have thick skin. I am not going to fold. I am not going to melt down. That's so important when your kids or other people are watching you. Just be strong in that way, mm-hmm. right? Because we're all going to have crisis to deal with. Right. We're all going to have bad things to deal with. But make sure that when everyone turns their head towards you, you are the cool and calm person in the building.
I love it, Sean. Guess what you just did?
Oh, I hope Brown Oakland in the building.
Town Business is in the building. We appreciate the call. If you want to bring your city in the building, you know what you got to do. I want to bring in Truemonger right now because right behind him we got Nick from the SIP. Truemonger, Dallas, Texas. Get in here. And I may have to carry you over because I already know you're going to be cooking. Truemonger, get in. What are your thoughts?
Oh, man. How you doing, man?
Man, I'm hanging in there, brother.
Good evening, Beth. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. Good to hear from you.
Good to hear. Good to see. Have you back on the show too. This is tough, man, because a lot of people are just conditioned with this. You think that's how it's supposed to be. Like your wife or your woman belongs to you, and vice versa. I'm like, I've never been comfortable with that. Especially when you put it in terms of comparing it to chattel slavery. Yeah, if anybody has any sense, you won't want nothing to do with that.
But true, let me give you this. The reason why I'm comparing it to chattel slavery, can you imagine being bound matrimonially, energetically, spiritually, mentally, emotionally to someone who refused to deal with themselves? Who refuse, that's like a slave master. You are a slave to them, ignoring what they have to do, what they're supposed to do in this relationship. Man, that's heavy. Listen, hold tight with me, True, because I know you got more to cook with when we come forward. We're going back to Dallas, Texas. Truemonger on fire. Heaven is the prize. I'm so glad I found you. You're an angel in disguise. Come on, god damn. That shit dumb as hell. I'm sorry. That record is dumb as hell. Listen, on that Off the Wall album, a lot of people go right to Rock With You. They say, Rock With You, that's the one. Yes, Rod Temperton, Quincy. Okay,
It came out. It was the one that came out.
that's the one that came out. But goddamn, I can't help it. Penned by Stevie. Here, Mike, sing this. Quincy gets the record. Quincy goes, oh shit, this is a Stevie record. Because you know it's got that Jamaican vibe. You know, Stevie, he had the little Rasta feel to it. Have you heard Stevie's version of it? It's hella Rasta, right? Quincy go, no. We finna soft jazz this bitch. I'm finna compose this motherfucker like it's for Miles Davis.
That's a cold one.
And then we gonna get feather voice on this month. Mike came in with the feather voice. Get the, what in the world? To me, that record is better than Rock With, to me. Now, Rock With You, yeah, we gonna put them skates on. We're gonna be under that motherfucking ball. We're gonna be under that ball, that mirror, you know. Yes. But Feather Voice came in and floated on that mug, man. That shit different now.
You been skating. I went last night.
Shit. That's a record right there.
I was getting over my fear, so it was a slow night. So I saw myself having anxiety, so I took it slow. Because it made me appreciate, like, oh yeah, you can work. I never failed before, so yeah, I did work through that. Like,
Oh, tell her what I told you.
what?
Tell her what I told you. I was telling her, I was like,
You was telling me.
she was like, I'm
you
finna
was
have a
telling me
party. I said, you better not have no goddamn party.
That party came and went.
I'm finna have a skate party. You better not have a goddamn skate party. The doctor said my hand is good. I said,
You
hey.
was telling me to hit people with my cat.
Yes.
She invited me to that thing.
You got no goddamn skate party. You just,
Uh-huh.
you got motherfucking bionics in your wrist. You part AI. I said, what the fuck?
A rod and 2 pins.
Yo, this show.
I got brand new skates. I'm having to take them out the box.
Oh, where we going?
Yeah.
It's been fun.
Oh no, yes, I've been skating 32 years. I only failed once.
And that was the fall of a lifetime. Motherfucking hand was like, you know, that hand was tore up.
That pretty much was wild. I was emotional. I was like, and don't ask me what happened. Girl, sit down.
That hand was folded up like a brand new $2 bill. That.
Oh, it was hot, man.
Wrong.
Y'all know I'm crazy. No. Very strong topic. I'm glad you like it, man. I'm glad. Y'all know that hand was fucked up.
Oh.
She came in here. She had the little.
Tells you me. We gonna leave that back in 2003.
Somebody said, "Not take my strong hand."
No baby powder slapping for me.
I'm trying to tell you. They called her Cyborg. They going in
Why
now.
you getting excited? No good.
They going now. Cyborg.
Give them a little bit. They running.
Oh, that's funny. The little hand. But you good now. No, you know what happens when you get injured? Whatever part of your body gets injured, it heals stronger. And you got metal. Your new name is.
Now I can do it this way and this way.
Your new name is Wolverine. Fuck it. I'm sorry. I apologize.
It's bad enough my last name. They pulled me over at the airport. They gonna really be like, "Man, come here, come on. Let me talk to you."
You can't go through TSA now. They be like, "Oh shit."
Scanner.
I think we got 30 seconds.
You know we got 30 seconds.
No, because sometimes we go over. We went over in the first segment. So I don't know how long this goes.
Have you ever been to a ballet?
60 seconds. She gonna pop her claws.
Don't encourage him. I'll get on y'all in the chat. Don't do it to yourself, okay?
I don't think
That's funny.
I went to an amazing play though on Sunday.
True. Don't do it.
Oh my God. Let's see what Prince got for us next.
So I got this two-timing chick who got her revenge from when I was on my two-time tip. And even when I tried to correct it, she couldn't get past how she was disrespected. Neglected my effort, a pair with no trust. 30 games and affairs that be tearing us up. If things ain't picture perfect, is it really worth it? I have an idea, but I need to know for certain. Last clip. I'm Dr. Orion Teraband, and this is Psych Hacks, Better Living Through Psychology. The topic of today's short talk is, who has more power in a relationship? Power can be a touchy subject for folks. Many people would prefer it didn't exist at all, which is just another way of wishing that power imbalances didn't exist in relationships. However, power is a fact of life, and that's not necessarily a bad thing, as without power, nothing would ever get done. Now, it would be far too simplistic to argue that men have more power in relationships or that women have more power in relationships, because the fact of the matter is that it can go either way, and that's because it really depends on the specific individuals involved. However, I have 3 easy rules of thumb that you can use to determine who has more power in any given relationship. Let's get right to it. First, a working definition of power. Very simply, power is the ability to get other people to act in the service of your goals. Think about it. The most powerful people in the world do nothing for themselves. They have cooks to cook for them, bodyguards to protect them, agents to represent them, employees to work for them. They have the ability to make other people move. That's power. So here's my first rule of thumb. If you want to know who has the most power in a relationship or family system, all you have to do is observe who moves the least.
Ooh.
For instance, in many families, the infant is the most powerful person in the system. You can't reason with it. You can't argue with it. You can barely even communicate with it. It just lies there and cries. So everyone else has to move to accommodate it. It is pure emotion, and emotion is a form of power. In fact, being so emotional that you can neither be consoled or reasoned with is a strategy that many adults today have failed to outgrow. But we shouldn't necessarily be surprised by that, since no one surrenders power unless they absolutely have to. In any case, the person who does less is usually more powerful than the person who does more. But before I go any further, if you're liking what you're hearing, please consider sending this video to...
Oh my God. Whose relationship did he just describe? 1-800-920-1580. Let's get True Monger back in here. True Monger, please, man, give us your thought on this.
He's probably describing his own, trying to put it up on his people.
Right. That could be the case too.
Like I was saying before, the whole construct of monogamy is you belong to me and I belong to you. Like, at the end of the day, we all here on a lease. We all here on borrowed time.
Mm-hmm.
So, can we really say that we really own anybody? Should we even want to say that? In my opinion, no.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we together, we a team, and we rocking, good. But I don't want nobody to say will. I don't want nobody around me that don't want to be here.
How
I'm
about
not
it?
going to hold you.
That's right.
But, people are going by what they were taught. They're going by the constructs they were taught, what they were indoctrinated with, what society tells them what they should do. I'm like, I've always gone against the grain when it comes to that, because if I don't get a certain, if I get a bad vibe about it, I tend to stay away from it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what you think traditional, how traditional you think it is. Most traditions are based off of horrible acts.
Mm-hmm.
Or have something horrible that's tied into it.
Mm-hmm.
But people want to carry it on like it's all good. I'm like, no, you really need to look deep.
That's right.
Dig deeper. And the people that even put these ideas in everybody's head, most of them don't even live by that.
Right.
So they just sold stuff.
Do as I say, not as I do.
Yeah.
Right.
Soldiers of it.
Soldiers of it. Yes, that was heavy. Hey, True, guess what you just did, man? Guess what you did? Come on, Dallas, Texas. Dallas, man. Texas show up now. We get Houston, we get Dallas, we get Austin. They be in the building. Oh, but one of my favorites. Boy, this is going to go together like butter and cream of wheat. We got Dr. Delana Zimmerman LMFT in the building, and we're about to bring Nikki from the SIP. Both Nikki and Delana on the set. Oh Lord, it's about to. Nikki, what are your thoughts on tonight's topic? Food for thought. Talk to us about what you gleaned.
Hello, Brother Zoe, and what's up, Doc?
Hey,
Sam, this is like really been hard for me to call tonight. This thing sat on my chest like an elephant. I'm like, what is this topic? This is like fog in the swamp. I couldn't figure out why it was so heavy.
Mm-hmm.
So I looked up and found a definition that helped me understand why it was so heavy to me. Chattel is considered essential elements of commerce and trade because it can be bought, sold, and exchanged. Now, you all know I come from that secure attachment place.
Mm-hmm.
So this concept of ownership relative to possession is difficult for the boo to understand. You know, boos don't like tight spaces. If you examine them in nature, they have wide berths. So the concept of being owned, that's like a dark place to me.
Mm-hmm.
I am from Jesus Christ. I belong to Him. So, the nature of a person who wants to own and possess someone who understands that I belong to Christ first, that won't work. That's a dark, not cool concept,
Mm-hmm.
which is why why it's so heavy.
Mm-hmm.
If we as human beings are in that space where we have to consider each other's possessions, we gotta go back to heal the womb wounds.
Mm.
We have removed ourselves so far from whoever your source is, and then came through the womb into the world to be damaged on multiple planes.
Mm.
If we're talking about ownership, not to have a partner where we can be belong to each other in the sense that we are a part of a whole,
Mm-hmm.
but to be owned and possessed and controlled by. That's not a relationship. That's a situationship.
Talk to us. Yes, talk to us.
Nothing in my
I got the phone call.
understand that.
Mm-hmm.
That's just so foreign. Now, like young ladies who call their dude daddy, for example, I've never understood that. Because when you say that to me, I realize it's because I had a dad.
How about it?
Well, I don't sleep with my dad. We're not knocking boots. So why would I be calling my dude daddy? What is this? No. No.
Mm.
Daddy to me is like Abba Father. That's the Christ term.
Mm-hmm.
You don't do that with him. Wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
We are misappropriating not just our physical selves, our spiritual and mental selves, if we are reduced to chattel.
That's right. Nikki, I have a question. They say that slavery wasn't just physical. It was mental. It was
Correct.
psychological. And,
Correct.
and many of us today still suffer from the psychological vestiges of that torment, of that torture. Would you say that we may have a portion of the chattel spirit still within us, especially as we walk into a relationship? Talk to me.
Absolutely, because it's a lot of people who are exercising freedom who are completely imprisoned every day, all day long.
Go ahead, Nikki.
The mentality, the
thing that has been, this is why it is difficult to get people who have not been in bondage to understand why it is lasted for us so long. It is not just a physical place. When we are in mental bondage with spiritual bondage, we have all the entrapment, accoutrement for days. And yet, as a whole, we do not generally elevate our communities. Not them, us.
Ooh. Wait, hold on, Nikki. Hold on. Wait, stay with me, Nikki. When we come forward, Nikki and Delana gonna talk to each other. This is too good. We gotta have two voices on this one. When we come forward, the fire continues. Wow. Lord. Yee. Open air cages is what Attila called it. Man, this boy, come on.
It's epigenetics, is what.
Don't say it. Don't, no. You gonna come back with that. Yeah. Ooh, Lord. Shit. I have a question. What do y'all think about tonight's topic? It tickles me. What do y'all think about tonight's topic? Put up an emoji. Show me how you feel about tonight's topic. Let your emojis speak for you. Let those emojis ride. It only be like 4 people putting up the emojis. It's a lot of people in here right now. Put up some emojis and let me... Gaza Strip of relationships. Wow. Yeah, put up those emojis. Let me know what you think. Somebody got bacon. Oh, that's you. They should have known there was some food involved. Ooh, yeah, this one right here. Is this a top 3? Is this a top 3? Y'all tell me. Somebody put up a tomb. Attila put up a tombstone. Yeah.
Because he doesn't know how to be vulnerable. Most of this stuff is coming up because becoming vulnerable is too much.
I am deceased and ready for the upper room. The upper room. When Jesus. Too many to be a top 3 though. No, I agree. Cause it's like 60 episodes that are top 3 to be honest. It might even be more than 60 episodes that are top 3. We got like 350 episodes or something crazy.
We should do like top 3 episodes for the month.
Yeah. It's about like 170 top 3s. Like 200 top 3s. The fuck? Jeez. Eesh. Yeah. Oof.
No.
I think MJ got this one too. No. I don't know. But this one, Jesus. To tell me all the things you forgot when I was your man. Come on. When I was your man. Okay, stop. Wait, hold on. What's the next mic record? Whoa. I can't help it, or jeez. Jesus. Boy, that's hot syrup right there. I don't know. Okay, stop it. What's the next Prince record? Jeez. Woo. Okay, stop it. What's the next mic record? Oh, a sleeper. Y'all not ready for this. This is a sleeper. Mike and Carlos Santana?
What?
If you don't knock it off. What? Jesus. Okay, what's the next one? All right, that's enough. All right, I'm sorry. The playlist is my cause, but Jesus. Them two dudes is like Tommy Hearns and Marvin Hagler. Wait, what's the next mic? Oh, Jesus. Okay, what's the next Prince? Jesus. Scandalous. All right, that's enough. All right, we let me get Nikki back in here. Whoa. Jeez. All right, Nikki from the SIP, please give us your final thought, because you are cooking, and I want you and Delana to interact for the next few minutes really quickly, because you were just saying so many powerful things. Jump back in here. Mm-hmm. Ooh. Yes. Delana, your thoughts on Nikki's breakdown? She killed.
Well, Nikki is correct.
Yes.
And Nikki, I am in front of it day in and day out. I am a therapist. Not only am I a therapist, I'm a Black therapist.
Yeah.
And so the issues are very common. They're generic. They're very specific to us in many, many cases. And that's why I came up with an affordable way for the nation to get a hold to the wisdom and the information Black women need to become a better version of themselves so that they can be healthier in relationships. I came up with a subscription for $29.99 a month to meet with me weekly. I have a video, I have a meditation, and I meet with you on Thursday on Zoom so we can talk about how your childhood traumas is manifesting in your relationships.
Mm-hmm.
See, people have a need to possess, and they also have a need to be possessed.
Ooh.
Because they weren't chosen. The Black woman was often not chosen in the family system.
Uh-huh.
And she's desiring to choose and own and to be chosen as chattel.
Wow.
Take me, make me yours, use me. We're looking for saviors in the flesh.
Wow.
Isn't that the makeup? Isn't that what we were taught?
Mm-hmm.
Come and rescue me. It's a Disney virus. We are infected.
The Disney virus. Nikki, get in here.
And when you come, that's why it's so heavy for me. My family structure was so good. A great grandparent every day till I was 22. every day.
Sean talked about it. What's modeled is what you become.
Mm-hmm.
But what you're talking about is an anomaly. It is not the norm.
Mm-hmm.
In America, where black women are raising 70% of the families by themselves, there's an automatic imbalance.
That's correct. When you tell me that black women have more degrees than any other sex, you also tell me that they have more debt too.
They have more debt, but they're also seeking outside of them outside of themselves, stronger than everybody else, to prove their value. Because the world, our world, does not value the black woman. So she is seeking to create her value.
Ooh, you can't create your value at the desk of the devil.
Not outside. It is never outside of yourself. Your value is inherent with incarnation. The fact that you incarnated, there's your value.
Ooh, Nikki.
That's why I said we had to go back to the womb and heal the womb wound and then come through.
The womb. Oh, that's our show tomorrow. That's Nikki. Thank you. That's our show tomorrow, Nikki. You just gave me my topic. Nikki, we're at the end of the show. Nikki, I love you. I love you. I love you. You brought the sip in the building. We started the conversation. It's up to you to finish it. Up next, you already know, my friend, your girl, my girl, RSVP with Jill Monroe. We on fire. Ooh. The womb wound?
It's always the mother. It's always the mother.
God damn.
Attachment is the mother. The mother is it's always the womb. It's always.
We about to do that. That's a show. Tomorrow.
Daddy issues with your mom.
Love y'all. Love y'all. This was boy. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. How you doing tonight?